Communicable waterborne and vector-borne diseases like salmonella, dengue, and leptospirosis are constantly monitored by the environmental health officers and assistants. One of their tools is the inspection of homes and premises for vectors, including the Aedes aegypti mosquito, which carries dengue, and in some countries, chikungunya. But householders also have a critical role to play.
We want householders to really take some responsibility for their premises. I don't think it is the remit of the ministry have to be responsible for, mosquitoes not breeding on your property. I think the biggest problem that we have is that despite the fact that people understand how dengue is spread and how chikungunya is being spread, we are not seeing the actions by persons to rid their premises of mosquito breeding.
The large number of containers found around the premises of homes is a serious issue.
Within those 121,000 inspections that we would have made, there were over 500 and something thousand containers out there, making it on average, householders have 5, 6, 7 containers out there breeding mosquitoes. And I'm saying that householders need to manage those containers, especially the what we call the salt meat bucket, that bucket. Most premises you find 2, 3, 4, and in some instances 10. Some of them, the buckets are just lying around, just there catching water. Some of them are using them for plant cuttings, and obviously once you're doing that, you need to really manage those plant cuttings and so on. You have to empty the bucket out, scrub the interior of the bucket to get rid of the eggs, and brush the stems of the plants to remove any eggs that may have been there.
Water storage tanks both above and below ground can also breed large numbers of mosquitoes.
One thing that we have to do, we have to make sure that the householders understand that there's a tank there and that the water cannot just be there lying just like that, because we have some instances where these tanks are breeding large numbers of mosquitoes, right? And not, in addition to that, we have the above ground water storage system as well, those black tanks. So that if not sealed properly, they continue to breed large number of mosquitoes. So when you have a plant saucer with 10, 15 larvae breeding in there, one of those black tanks on the ground water storage system, they can breed millions of mosquitoes. And you can see where one of these situated in a critical area of a locality, it can supply mosquitoes to that whole locality in large numbers.
There are some 200 underground utility junction boxes running along the major streets in Barbados. A systematic program is now in place in conjunction with the utility companies to monitor and treat these areas.
Yes, we're looking for mosquitoes. We're also looking at, in terms of any rodents, because we do have some that are dry, and we find that also some rodent activity. We also have been finding roaches as well, especially in the town area, the St. Lawrence area, and so we're finding a lot of roaches where there's heavy activity in terms of restaurants and such like. All right, this is basically what the floater looks like, right? We have, this is the chemical in here, which is the aldacid. It's basically a growth regulator. We have about 3 of these placed in this flotation device, right? Which gives us a coverage of 150 days, right? So these are placed in the wet ones. We also place them in the dry ones, just in case ones that we have, if any water passing through there, it would activate this chemical.
Environmental health, a critical pillar in the well-being of our communities. We welcome your feedback on our programs. You may email your comments to bgisfeedback@barbados.gov.bb. You may also view our website at www.gisbarbados.gov.bb or subscribe to our YouTube channel, the BGIS.